Hello, Sula here from Misty Hilltops Designs. Thanks for stopping by. I have a mixed media page for my Winter 2018 mini album, which is a 4x6 size mini album, and I'm using the collection Hello Winter by Carta Bella for this. So I'm starting. This is a mixed media page, so I'm starting with a stencil that has lots of snowflakes, and I want to put them on the background using some watercolor. And so I'm starting with, I have my brush that has already water in it, and I have my watercolors, and so I'm just tracing the contents of the stencil. Now, this is a process that takes quite a while, and so rather than taking you through the entire thing, I'm just gonna skip ahead to the part when this part is done. So I finished now with the background. It's all full of snowflakes, and now it's time for me to put the papers down. As usual, I have run a card along the edges of the paper, which I'm not going to show all the time because it's the same in pretty much every layout that I do, but the distressing of the edges does help with giving the whatever papers I'm using a lot more contrast on the page. I also realized that the background got quite busy, but I still kind of like it the way it turned out. So here I'm just gluing down the various papers on this page, and this is a page again that goes, the layout goes across 2 pages, which means I have to work with that gap in the center of the 2 pages, so in the middle there. And so as usual with this album, so this is something that is quite common for this album, I have to use a ruler to align where the paper will continue, because it will it will be close once the book is bound together. So that's one thing that I have to deal with doing the album this way. I'm not quite sure I like to work this way. I like the way that the album looks at the very end of it, but it's a challenge for me to work this way, I have to admit. And here, one of the things that I wasn't sure how to deal with it was, for example, with the stencil, the fact that I wasn't going to just be able to continue, because I don't know exactly the pattern. Continue the pattern, because I don't really know. I had also prepared this title already that looks really pretty on white paper, but I didn't make the calculation with the pattern paper, but with the paper being so busy in the background. So I had to change and do a black alpha instead. Used my dies, one of my alpha dies for this. And so I think the black works much better than, there was an ombre kind of watercolor look to the other alpha that I used, but I didn't think it was a good idea to use it on this page. So anyway, here I'm putting down the title, and then I'm stamping the title, the rest of the title there, also using black ink, so that it will be nicely visible on the otherwise very busy page. So again, what I was saying was with working with this big gap in between, I wasn't sure if I liked the fact that I wouldn't be able to continue the pattern continuously across the 2 pages, and so I wasn't sure whether it would bother me. So anyway, but in the end, I think it'll work out. It doesn't matter if the pattern doesn't fully continue, I think, as much, because it's a busy background anyway. So here I have finished my title, and now I can go ahead and add all the embellishments that I have. Some of them come with a collection from Carta Bella, which is fun to work with, and I love being able to print them out in the size that I need them for my layouts. I'm actually using even normal 4x6 journal cards on this if you believe it or not, but you wouldn't know because I just radically reduced the size to make it a much smaller embellishment on my page. And then I have all these word strips as usual that I will be sharing this winter as a freebie on my blog. They're wintry kind of word strips. I do already have freebies on my blog that have garden and autumn and Christmas word strips. So all you need to do is just print them and then use your trimmer to trim them into the size that you need. They're pretty small, but anyway, this is the word strips that I like to use as further embellishments for my pages, and that I think is my page done. I'm going to leave you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.